Hey everybody and welcome. Now, I want to talk about a few things, especially with the new videos I'll be uploading, and everybody's gonna be woo. Anyways, I previously talked about the mobile shift and the mobile cruisers in a previous video. It was basically just a desktop screen looking at Amazon, and I was talking about the hub ability. Like if it was just a standard hub, then you can probably upgrade it to a um, hub speed motor, gear change, internal gear change thing. And yeah, I was like, maybe possible, maybe it's not. Has anybody tried? I really haven't got any replies about that, which is really annoying. But whatever, right? Anything. Anyways, I actually got myself one. So you guys will see a lot more videos of that soon. But there's a few topics I wanted to talk about before actually having new videos go out. So this video will go out first, talking about some major issues that some people have with the mobile cruisers. One is the front wheel. That's all the drive. There's no gear changing ability. There's no um, chains whatsoever. There's nothing um, whatsoever to it. It's just the front wheel. And it's exactly like any type of basic front wheel there is on the market for any like kid trike, uh, the big wheel drift trikes, exactly the same. So it's basically as fast as a jog. So if a person can jog, just like, that's as fast as you would go. And that's like going, that's like really putting effort into your pedal strokes. Second is weight. Since most of these mobile cruisers are based off a front wheel drive, the weight is more leaned in the back. So these are not recommended to go on like off-roading or such forth because the weight in the front is not very heavy. So it kind of slips on some slopes and such forth. Like if you're going from a flat surface to a sudden slope like this, yeah, it's not going to make it. But if it's going like this, it may. But you may have to have a bit more speed and such forth to be able to go like that. Not just a slope that goes because then it's going to have an issue. But you can maybe counteract this by doing a few things. First thing, keeping your back tires to the semi max inflation. Second is putting the front tire with a little less max inflation, maybe around 40 to 45 inflation instead of the recommended 50 or 65, which the front tire can handle for the PSI, by the way. So that way, the tire in the front will have less air and it will be more compressed downwards, and that will give it more room to grip instead of having more of a V shape on the ground. It will have more of like a U shape, and it'll stick on the ground better and hopefully give more traction. Another thing you can do is buy some like lead weights or something, or maybe just go to your local Walmart and basically modify those sand weights or whatever you want to call them. Just like cut the edges off of them and put those on the side of the wheel area, like super glue them or something. And that way you will have about 5 pounds on one side, 5 pounds on the other side, about 10 pounds in the front, that should give it a bit more oomph for it to have more weight in the front and such forth. Or you can buy something that sits in the middle area where the frame extends. And then you'll have a better ability for more traction. But it will always have a bit of a slip to it. So you probably never be able to counteract it because most of your weight is in the back. That's why when you get cargo and such forth, it's probably not recommended to put it in the back area because even though there's tons of room in the back, it's probably not the best idea because you're putting more weight in the back and the front tire is just going like this. So somehow figure out how to put some more weight in the front, keep it that way, and you'll be golden. As for another few issues that people get turned off for this is it doesn't have any cargo. There's not really much you can do for cargo space, and most people think about, oh, maybe putting a trailer. That would be cool. I would actually try that myself, but then again, it's probably not the best option because once again, the trailer in the back, some trailers are not four-wheel trailers, they're only two, and some are only one, and you have that sort of mix up in the back. The trailers want to be nose heavy in the front, and when you put that in the back of the mobile's trikes, you have it trying to push down in the back area, especially when you have like other stuff in the trailer. It always wants to push down on the bike end. So having to use the front power ability is going to be more limited when you have such a trailer. I mean, there is an option you could put a trailer on for the back of the Mobo Shift because you can use the placement for where you change your height adjustment for back seat ability. I mean, that's the most feasible option you can do with it. But is it a good idea to put a trailer on it? Probably not. But if you have something like a ride kick or a electric powered trailer that basically pushes you instead of having you to power it by the pedals or such forth, then that will probably be a better option because now when it turns on, it should push forward or hopefully upwards. I don't know yet, so you have to do your own research on that. But it'll probably work considering most of the power is in the back and you're not having to focus all the power in the front with your pedals. So it's worth a try though. But basic trailers, I wouldn't say very well. But maybe an electric power trailer because that should be able to work. But again, these shifts and mobile Tritons are not really meant to be fast. They may later on make a model that does. I don't know how they will because you have to deal with the training ability too. That I have not yet tested the full functionality very fast for it. But hopefully it's going to be stable for if they upgrade with a 3-speed internal hub or something like that. But either way, these bikes are pretty fun. They're not supposed to be fast, but they're supposed to be fun, enjoyable, and just awesome. And that's the point of it. And they're not $10,000 or $15,000 or $2,000 like most recumbent bikes are. So if you want one of those, okay, you can spend $2,000, $2K for that. Go ahead. But if you want something cheap, cool looking, and just fun to enjoy because you get to be a kid again, the Mobo Shift of Triton is probably the best option because it's cheaper. It's pretty much the same lightweightness as to most recumbent bikes. They're only like 44 pounds, made out of pure steel, and yeah. Now, another issue I found out though. I know people are probably gonna go, ooh. Um, I don't know if it's on the Triton though, but it may or may not. But I noticed one thing that the shift halves, and the reason why they have that little locking mechanism on the bottom is when you're power stroking the front tire, if that positioner for the length is not tight, very tight, then the tire sort of just goes like this. So people that have it or will plan on joining to buy such shift or such forth, make sure you tighten it to as much as possible you can. It doesn't even matter if you have to hammer it to tighten it down. I would suggest doing that because the more tighter you can get, the more stable that power stroke wobble will not be there anymore. If you just go like this and then like that, it's gonna have tons of wobble. You have to and then you're good. And then after that, pretty much good. No problem. Um, there is a upgrade thing I think they did throughout the days of having these cruisers is the pedals. Um, I thought I was gonna have to put the pedals on myself, like most people have to put the pedals on. But I think with the new models nowadays, since it's 2015, not 2007, they upgrade the pedals. So now instead of having just the basic plastic pedals with a metal rod inside, they have ball bearing pedals, and it's the flip pedals, the flippers, the ones that you can go like this, and they fold in. So they were already pre-installed and everything when I got them. So I was like, pretty cool. But they are still plastic. They're still plastic outer casing. They have a metal shaft that screws onto the main fork staff, and I believe they're ball bearing inside, so you don't have friction against metal and plastic and it burning up or some crap like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. um, what was the other thing I was about? I think that's it. I'll be doing videos about the mobile shift that I have, and I will be showing you guys actual close-up videos instead of far distant videos of people just watching a little person drive their trike and taking 1 minute video. Like, come on. We want to actually see the details and get some actual functionality to it, not just far distant video or distant video with just seeing the road. Now, obviously, I only have the functionality of a 3DS cam, so and while I'm riding it, you probably only will get that, but I'll get off and show around it a bit so you guys can actually see some close-ups. But yeah, and I'll give you guys more details about such forth as I'm testing it out. And yeah, the first real video on YouTube that will actually get depth of ASA Products Mobile Cruisers. How cool is that? I'm gonna be the first person to actually review it depth-wise. I think that probably should tell a lot of other people that they should get their butts out of sitting there and like, oh man, I got this mobile shift and such forth. I don't give typo reviews. Maybe I should give a video review. Oh. Anyways, see you guys later and have fun biking and stay safe. Peace.